What if I told you there's a cruiser out there that fits you like a custom-tailored suit, no matter how tall, how short, or how long your arms are? And it does it straight from the factory. Yeah, Kawasaki actually figured that out. Today on Motometrics, we're breaking down the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan S. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly whether this bike belongs in your garage or not. Let's go. Okay, first, look at this thing. The Vulcan S doesn't just sit at the curb, it poses there. Low-slung stance, elongated tank, that classic teardrop shape, black alloy wheels, and a silhouette that says, "I've been around the block," without actually looking old. Kawasaki gave the 2026 model a fresh metallic flat spark black colorway that replaced last year's sage green. And honestly, it hits different. It's subtle but aggressive. The kind of color that doesn't scream for attention, it just gets it. But here's where it gets interesting, because pretty bikes are everywhere. What makes the Vulcan S actually special is something underneath all that style. And we're gonna get to that. But first, let's talk power. Under that sculpted tank sits a 649cc liquid-cooled parallel twin. And before you say, "That's it?" hold on. This engine is derived straight from the Ninja 650. Let that sink in for a second. Kawasaki took a sport bike engine, retuned it for low-end torque, and dropped it into a cruiser body. The result? 60 horsepower at 7,500 RPM and 46.5 pound-feet of torque at 6,600 RPM. Those aren't just numbers on a spec sheet. That's real, usable, pull-you-back-in-the-seat power that hits smoothly whether you're crawling through city traffic or opening it up on the highway. And the fueling is clean, thanks to Kawasaki's dual fuel injection system with sub-throttle valves. No jerky throttle response, no sudden lunges when you twist the grip. Just smooth, linear, confidence-inspiring power. The kind of thing that makes you look like a better rider than you actually are. Not that I would know anything about that. 6-speed gearbox, sealed chain final drive, gear indicator on the dash. Everything you'd want for daily riding without any drama. Now, real talk. How many of you have walked into a dealership, thrown a leg over a bike, and immediately felt like the handlebars were too far, the seat was too high, or the pegs were pushing your knees into your chin? Yeah, almost every cruiser out there is built for one type of rider, and everyone else just deals with it. Kawasaki said no to that. The Vulcan S has something called Ergo-Fit, and this is honestly the feature that sets this bike apart from nearly anything else in its class. The seat, foot pegs, and handlebars are all adjustable, giving you 18 possible configurations. 18! And when you buy the bike, Kawasaki will actually fit you to it at the dealership, at no extra charge. That's not a gimmick. That's Kawasaki understanding that humans come in different sizes. Whether you're 5'4" or 6'2", the Vulcan S can be dialed in to fit your body. The seat height is a low 78.8 inches, so even shorter riders can put a foot flat on the ground. Confidence right from the start. Okay, here's the thing nobody's talking about yet. The frame. Most people buying a cruiser aren't thinking about the frame. They're thinking about the look, the sound, the feel. But the frame is what actually determines how a bike handles. And the Vulcan S is running a sport bike-derived chassis. High tensile steel perimeter frame, 41mm telescoping forks up front with 5.1 inches of travel, a linked preload adjustable rear shock with 3.2 inches of travel, 31-degree rake, 4.7-inch trail, 62-inch wheelbase. What does all that mean in plain English? This bike corners way better than you'd expect from something wearing cruiser clothing. It's stable in a straight line, predictable through sweepers, and actually nimble enough for urban riding. The tires, 120/70/18 up front and 160/60/17 out back, give you good feedback without feeling twitchy. It weighs in at around 228 kilograms wet, which is right in line with its class. Not light, but not a barge either. You'll feel that weight at a dead stop, but once it's rolling, it disappears. All right, let's talk about stopping, because here's something that's going to matter to some of you more than you realize. The base Vulcan S uses a single 300mm front disc with a twin piston caliper and a 250mm rear disc with a single piston caliper. It works, but, and this is important, if you're spending this kind of money, seriously consider stepping up to the ABS model. It's only $500 more at $8149 MSRP versus the base model's $7649 MSRP. And in an emergency situation, on a wet road, gravel, sand, ABS isn't just a nice-to-have. It could be the thing that keeps you upright. Don't skip it. The Café ABS variant comes in at $8749 and adds two-tone paint, signature tank badging, sport striping, and a dark-tinted wind deflector. It's the head-turner of the lineup if you want something with a little more visual personality. Now, let's talk about who this bike is actually for, because this is where things get real. If you're a new rider, the Vulcan S might be one of the best bikes you can buy right now. The low seat height, the forgiving power delivery, the adjustable ergonomics, the available ABS, it checks every box. It's approachable without feeling like a training wheel bike. You won't outgrow it in 3 months. If you're an experienced rider looking for a daily commuter or a weekend cruiser that doesn't require you to be a contortionist, this bike makes a lot of sense. Comfortable, capable, practical. But here's the honest part, and stay with me because this matters. If you're planning serious long-haul touring, multi-day trips, fully loaded adventure riding, the Vulcan S isn't your bike. The 3.7-gallon fuel tank limits your range. The suspension, while good, isn't set up for heavy luggage, and the single front disc setup on the base model will feel underwhelming when you're loaded down. For that kind of riding, you're looking at a different segment entirely. The Vulcan S knows what it is, and it does it extremely well. The mistake is asking it to be something it's not. So, here's the bottom line on the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan S. Starting at $76.49 for the base, $81.49 for the ABS, and $87.49 for the Café, you're getting a Ninja-derived engine in a cruiser package with the most adjustable ergonomics in its class, sport bike-influenced handling, and enough style to turn heads without trying too hard. It's honest, it's fun, and it fits. Is it perfect? No. The fuel range could be better. A dual front disc setup at this price point would be a welcome upgrade, and riders looking for touring capability will need to look elsewhere. But for what it's designed to do, urban riding, weekend runs, entry-level and mid-level cruising, the Vulcan S absolutely delivers. Now, before you go, I've got one more thing for you. If this video got you thinking about the best cruisers under 10 grand right now, you're going to want to watch the video coming up on screen. We compared the Vulcan S against its closest competitors in the segment, and the results might actually surprise you. Hit that video. We'll see you there.